In the ancient land of Israel, a new queen arrived, bringing with her a storm of change. Her name was Jezebel, a Phoenician princess, daughter of King Baal of Sidon. She married King Ahab of Israel, a union meant to forge political alliances, but one that would lead to spiritual turmoil. Jezebel was not content to merely be a queen. She was a force of nature, determined to reshape Israel in her own image. She brought with her the worship of Baal and Asherah, foreign gods whose rituals were an abomination to the God of Israel. Under Jezebel's influence, King Ahab built a temple and an altar for Baal in Samaria, the capital. He even erected an Asherah pole, openly defying the commandments of the Lord. Jezebel actively promoted the worship of these false gods, supporting hundreds of prophets of Baal and Asherah at her own table. The people of Israel began to waver, drawn by the allure of the new customs and the power of their queen. The land was slowly being corrupted, its spiritual foundation eroding under the weight of idolatry. Amidst this spiritual darkness, a prophet emerged, bold and unwavering: Elijah. He confronted King Ahab, declaring that a severe drought would grip the land, a sign of God's displeasure. For 3.5 years, no rain fell, and the land withered. Finally, Elijah challenged Jezebel's prophets to a dramatic showdown on Mount Carmel. He proposed a test: 2 altars, 2 sacrifices, but no fire. The God who answered by fire would be proven true. The prophets of Baal, numbering 450, went first. From morning until noon, they cried out to Baal, dancing wildly, cutting themselves with swords and spears, desperate for a sign. "O Baal, answer us," they shouted. But there was no voice, no response, no fire. Elijah mocked them, urging them to shout louder. Perhaps their God was asleep or on a journey. Their efforts were in vain. Baal remained silent, proving his impotence. Then it was Elijah's turn. He repaired the altar of the Lord, which had been torn down, and dug a trench around it. He then commanded that the sacrifice be drenched with water, not once, but 3 times, filling the trench. With a simple prayer, Elijah called upon the Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. Immediately, fire fell from heaven, consuming the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, the dust, and even licking up the water in the trench. The people, witnessing this undeniable miracle, fell on their faces, crying, "The Lord, He is God." When Jezebel heard of the slaughter of her prophets of Baal at Elijah's command, her fury knew no bounds. She sent a messenger to Elijah, vowing to take his life within 24 hours. Despite his recent triumph, Elijah was overcome with fear. He fled into the wilderness, despairing and asking God to take his life. But God met him there, providing sustenance and comfort, reminding him that he was not alone. Jezebel's wickedness was further revealed in the affair of Naboth's vineyard. King Ahab coveted a vineyard belonging to Naboth, which was next to his palace. Naboth refused to sell it. Ahab became sullen and depressed. Jezebel, seeing his distress, scoffed at his weakness. She devised a wicked plan. She wrote letters in Ahab's name, sealed them with his seal, and sent them to the elders. In these letters, Jezebel commanded the elders to arrange a fast and seat Naboth in a prominent place. Then, 2 scoundrels were to accuse Naboth of cursing God and the king, leading to his stoning. The elders, fearing Jezebel, carried out her evil command. Naboth was stoned to death. Jezebel triumphantly informed Ahab that the vineyard was now his. This act of injustice sealed Jezebel's fate. God sent Elijah once more to confront Ahab. Elijah met the king in Naboth's vineyard. Elijah delivered a chilling prophecy: "In the place where dogs licked up Naboth's blood, dogs will lick up your blood, yes, yours." And concerning Jezebel, Elijah declared, "Dogs will devour Jezebel by the wall of Israel." Years later, King Ahab went to battle against the Arameans. Despite disguising himself, a randomly shot arrow struck him. As he bled out in his chariot, his blood flowed onto the floor. When his chariot was washed, dogs came and licked up his blood. Ahab's reign ended in tragedy, a testament to the consequences of his unfaithfulness and his submission to Jezebel's evil influence. After Ahab's death, his son Joram became king. But God had a new instrument of judgment. The prophet Elisha sent a young prophet to anoint Jehu, a military commander, as king over Israel. Jehu was given a divine mission to destroy the house of Ahab and to bring an end to Jezebel's reign of terror. When Jezebel heard that Jehu was approaching Israel, she knew her end was near. With defiant pride, she painted her eyes, adorned her head, and looked out of a window. As Jehu entered the city gate, she taunted him, "Is it peace, Zimri, you murderer of your master?" Jehu looked up and called out, "Who is on my side?" "Who?" 2 or 3 eunuchs looked out at him. "Throw her down," he commanded, without hesitation. The eunuchs threw Jezebel down from the window. Her blood splattered on the wall and on the horses. Jehu's chariot trampled over her. Jehu then went in to eat and drink. Afterward, he ordered them to bury her, saying, "She is a king's daughter." But when they went to bury her, they found only her skull, her feet, and the palms of her hands. Dogs had devoured her body. Fulfilling Elijah's prophecy to the letter, the story of Jezebel stands as a stark warning in biblical history. Her life was marked by idolatry, persecution, and injustice. She represents the dangers of unbridled power, spiritual corruption, and defiance against God's will. Her name became synonymous with wickedness and moral depravity. Her downfall served as a powerful reminder that no one can escape divine judgment. The land of Israel was cleansed of Baal worship, and a new chapter began, but the shadow of Jezebel's reign remained a cautionary tale for generations.